is wrong.
What you're talking about, in most cases where the child or the one who would be bullied have not or will not be able to report, basically in most cases is because they've been told when you do that we're going to kill you or something else. So in that aspect, how can the child come out of this and say, this thing happened to me and I need to report to either my class teacher or any other person within
when
the
justice
school?
is done, when the child sees that anytime I report, justice is done, he or she will begin to develop the courage to report such cases. But by the time a student reports a case of bullying in the hostel and he discovers that at the end of the day the senior student seems to be more powerful than the system, so who do you think the child will respect? The child will give more regard to the senior student who is perpetrating bullying in the hostel than the system. Because the bully...
So the system is corrupt.
The system is corrupt. Let's say it the way it is. The system is corrupt. Everybody seems to be worshipping money and position. And that is why there are compromises here and there.
But in terms of managing the situation, right, I know how a child can feel emboldened if he does it and gets away with it, right?
Yes.
I had, schoolmates of mine whose fathers have stormed the school because they were punished and they were trying to break, threaten hell would let loose here in this school because, but where does guidance and counseling come in to ensure that as part of shaping his learning and shaping his character, we understand that what you're doing is not only hurting the individual, it is turning you into something else that you would not appreciate somewhere down the line. What about that as a mitigating factor?
Now let's talk about guidance and counseling. Let me take it step at a time. For instance, you started with the parent going to the school and then making his claims and all that. Parents should begin to do that. But that parent, if you're doing that, be sure that you at one point or the other has not been party to covering up your own child. That is the truth. Because in most cases, the parent of the bully will want to play down the matter when it involves another child. But when it involves their own child, they now begin to rain fire and brimstone. So there should be fair play here. All parents, if you know that you wouldn't want your own child to be bullied, then say no to bullying, whether it involves your child or not. That is on one hand. Then guidance and counseling. See, it is not, like I said, there is a difference between theory and practice. How functional is our guidance and counseling unit? It's one thing to organize talks, and have individual counseling with students. It's another thing for you to have a proper monitoring system in the hostel. Do we have warders in the hostel who are involved in the lives of those children? Like in the public school system, where children are practically on their own. Do we have a system whereby the guidance counselor or the other teachers are practically involved in mentoring system, where teachers have a group of students under their care? They know what is happening to the students. They go to their hostels, they check their things, routine checkup, and then teachers don't form a cartel to protect a particular student. For example, you say no to contrabands, but there are teachers who keep contrabands for the children because they are guardians to the... I'm not saying a teacher should not be a guardian to the children. What I'm saying is, as a guardian, you are not just there to guard the child, but to guard the interest of the school. You help the child, you tailor the child towards becoming a useful citizen ambassador of that school, not at the detriment of the image of the school, of the interest of other students, just because you are the guardian of that child. So there should be a balance. All teachers should be on the same on the same level, on the same page, that look, we have an interest to protect, in as much as we are benefiting something from the parents of those children. We will not put the image of our school, the interest of our school at stake. That is one. Then the owners of the school, the management staff, should also put the interest of the vision of the school is beyond whatever it is they are representing. The image comes first. When teachers see that even the school system does not compromise, it will trickle down to the teachers. So it will be difficult for them to compromise as well. And when the students themselves, when they look at the management staff, they look at the teachers, and they see that there is no compromise anywhere, it will say something to them. But see, our children are very sensitive. They see what we do. By the time they see we teachers compromising, they see the management staff compromise, the system compromise. What do you expect? That is the reason why they now now turn to themselves. Then look, we cannot trust our adults. So is it not better we are loyal to one another? And then the senior will now call the senior, look, no matter what you do, even if you report me, nothing is going to happen. And believe you me, the junior students would believe him because he can see the handwriting on the wall. So it's a holistic thing. Everybody needs to fight bullying. Parents, the system, teachers, and then the students will get the message.
Yeah.